Good morning and happy Tuesday. I feel like this getting a little bit washed out here. So, hello and happy Tuesday. I hope you all have been having a fabulous week, especially stepping into the first week of February. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. I feel like things have been happening and moving so quickly. Hi Sheena, hi Nikki, hi Iva, so glad you all are here. I am Psychic Medium Samantha Fe, for those of you who don't know me, and this is Transformational Tuesday. I like to read 3 cards for us to really just tune in and see what this week has in store. So today I'm going to be using the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. This is one of my favorite decks, and for those of you who've been following my Transformational Tuesdays, which, by the way, this month is a full year. I think next week is the official full year mark where I've been doing these Transformational Tuesdays every single week. Haven't missed one. Been a little bit late on a couple, but you probably know that. Anyway, I'm really excited to be here with you today. Last week, we graduated our 2017 Earth Angels, and it was such an unbelievably incredible experience. So beautiful. We were in the magical energies of Sedona, just checking in with what it is that we are all creating collectively and individually this year. There's so much potential, so much potential. I have a wonderful, beautiful woman I'm working with. Her name is Elsie. You guys have probably seen her name on here a couple times. Every time I talk to her, she goes, Samantha, this is our year. This is our year. We're doing it. And I fully and completely believe that. Last year was a banger of a year, right? We're all still kind of dusting off our bruises, dusting off our pants from falling, hitting the deck a few times last year. So this one, hello, Melissa, thanks for joining. This year is really about making amends with that. It's about balance. It's about finding the synchronicities and balance between your own masculine and feminine energy. A lot of you have heard or have been talking about the reawakening of the divine feminine, and that reawakening of the divine feminine isn't just females rising and waking up and speaking our truths and all of that. It totally is. And at the same time, that reawakening of the divine feminine has a lot to do also with men balancing their own feminine energy to their male energy. There's more permission for it now. So there is a rebalancing, and the reason I'm talking about that is, again, because this year, this 2018, is about balance, and balance to find your successes, and not by shooting through and manifesting super quickly like this. It is about being able to create that solid foundation to be able to continue to grow. So this is about really taking the time to look at what it is that you're creating, laying a solid foundation, so then you can really blast off in through and into the next few years of your life. So let's go ahead. That being said, as you know, I kind of like to connect with you a little bit before we dive into the cards, just so that we can get that collective energy, and that one just popped right out. So again, I'm using the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. Here's what the box looks like. It's one of my absolute favorite decks. I like this one because it doesn't just focus on the positive. It actually gives you both sides, the shadow and the light of whatever it is you're working. And I like to really look at the whole picture. So beautiful. We're going to go ahead and start with the first one pulled here. We have 17, which is heal. And that really goes in. Hi, Christina. I'm so glad that you're here. All right. So heal. This 17, really choosing to balance. Again, 17, 1 and 7 is 8. So we have the infinity, but also the balance. You turn that number on its side. It's very balanced. So the heal here has a lot to do with what I was just saying about 2017. So it is about settling yourself. It is about allowing yourself to just take note and to release last year and all of the previous years. But really, last year was a trigger year, right? A lot of us got really triggered in all sorts of different areas of our life. And so that aspect right there is healing. It's allowing you to heal what has come to the surface, because that's how healing works. That's why a lot of people avoid healing, because we bring to the surface what needs to be looked at, what needs to be reviewed in order to be able to release it. So 2017 brought that all up. And why am I talking about 2017 so much now that we're in February? It's because January happened so quickly that now we're actually giving ourselves a moment, some time to be able to release and relax and replenish. So giving yourself that time to breathe easy, my friends. Breathe easy, rest, give yourself that time to heal. The reason for that is because it's also going to give you the opportunity to step forward into the path of what it is that you're creating in this year. As I mentioned, that balance, it's important to create from balance. It doesn't mean that you have to be healed, right? Because what does that mean? But it does mean that it's best to create something not based out of erratic emotions. And oftentimes when we are healing or when we're holding on to grudges, which by the way is the theme this month in the Intuitive Connection Academy, we're going to be talking about, not even talking about, we're actually going to be digging into the emotional wounds where those grudges are sitting, where those grudges are being held. So we're going to be able to release and purge those. And that has everything to do with healing before we create. All right, and so our middle card here, I love this one too, is feeling alone. How many of you right now are in that space where you are feeling alone? When things aren't quite matching up, people that you're reaching out to, you're not resonating at the same frequency, the conversations you used to have aren't enlivening to you anymore, they're not helping you really grow past where you're at. The conversations or the people, the connections that you're having, you're like, oh, this is not it anymore. This is not it. And the really beautiful, I keep saying some me, yes. The reason for that, and the reason that it's really beautiful, even though it doesn't feel warm and fuzzy and tingling, is because you're growing. So it's a really, really, really beautiful, absolutely beautiful indicator that you are making strides, that you're making strides and you're growing past where you have been before. So for those of you that are feeling alone, for those of you that are feeling into that energy, the healing, once the healing takes place, I'm telling you, you are going to feel alone for a while, and maybe a week, maybe even longer. The feeling of being alone, by the way, is a complete illusion. That feeling in and of itself, yes, it is an indicator that it may be time to reach out for new community. It may be time to reassess your inner circle, the people that you're spending most of your time with, to shift, to upgrade, to rebalance, recalibrate where you're at. Now, the reason why I say the feeling alone is an illusion is because you are not alone. One of my favorite sayings it was actually in my friend's bathroom for a long time, but it says, "Blessed are those who can entertain ourselves, for we shall never cease to be amused." And basically, the reason I'm bringing that up now is because when you become your own best friend, when you learn to entertain yourself, when you learn to be and sit with yourself, you will never feel alone. Ever. You will never feel alone. So that's what I mean by this feeling alone here is an illusion. That there is community all over. And that's part of why I've created the Intuitive Connection Academy, is that community for those of us that are on this path, that are feeling like there's nowhere to go, there's no one to talk to. Yes, it is a virtual community, right? It's online. And at the same time, I have seen people develop friendships out of that. So again, this theme this month is going to be releasing grudges. So talk to me about that if you're interested in participating. It's really going to be helpful. It's like right in line with this reading here too. All right. Oh, yay. I love it when the last card really just ties it all together. So the last card here is dreams coming true. This has everything to do with you really stepping into your potential. This is the dreams coming true. This is the absence of fear, and not the absence of fear, but the overcoming of fear. That you have overcome, that you have stepped forward, that you have stepped through that door. All of where you're sitting now, where it's like, yes, take time to heal. That's really important. Acknowledge you're feeling alone and give yourself alone time to feel alone. Because when you dive into the feeling of loneliness, when you dive into that illusion in and of itself, you realize just that. You realize that it is an illusion. So giving yourself permission to step in and feel what you need to feel. That is the key here. I'm sure you've heard, especially if you've been following me for very long, that the only prescription for the pain is the pain. You must go through the pain in order to release yourself from it. So when you do that, yes, your dreams are going to be coming true. You know the reason why you have dreams? The reasons why inside of you there's something that you so desperately want to do? I'll give you an example. We talked about this yesterday. My father, when I was in high school, partnered in the restaurant business. Partnered with a friend of his as a financial investor, a friend of his whose dream was to own a restaurant, a fine dining Asian bistro. And so my father, being his friend, agreed to go in on it with him and help him fulfill that dream. And so the dream, if you think about it, his dream of having that restaurant, how many people do you think that restaurant was serving? How many people went there to congregate, to talk, to meet, to just enjoy each other's company, to have business ideas or deals, to be able to create? That's a beautiful thing about restaurants. So even in looking at what is his dream, he was able, and I don't know if he was conscious to this, but from my perspective of looking at it, it's like that restaurant dream is his place of service. And when you really step out of the role of what do I want for my life, and you step into the role of acknowledging your dreams and stepping into the role of service, being in service to others in all sorts of ways, being a hotel owner, being a restaurant owner, even being an entrepreneur, doing all of these things. So really allowing yourself to see what your dreams are and overcoming those things that are holding you back. Don't ever let money be a reason that you are not accomplishing what it is that you came here to accomplish. First of all, money is a tool that is here to help us. If you look at it as freedom chips, it's not even ever something that you own. It just passes through your fingertips. And when you allow yourself to be in the flow, it really starts to move through. So if your dreams, let's say your dream is to own a healing center. If your dream is to own a healing center, it's going to cost money. So we have to be able to move through these things. Francis, for example, his dream was to have the restaurant. My father was able to be there as a participant to financially invest so that they could both do it, because neither one of them would have done it on their own. So really looking at where is it that you are blocking yourself and where are you telling yourself. And the reason I'm bringing up money is because as I am relaunching and the doors are open for the Earth Angels program for 2018, it is a financial investment. It is a big deal. It is a full commitment. And so with that, we look at what is the idea of money that is holding you back, really and truly. And so diving into that and really looking at where is that oftentimes has to do with trust. Trusting yourself has to do with the fear of actually stepping into your light. These ideas of the dreams coming true, the dreams coming true, healing, releasing what it is that we're discussing right now, eliminating and really diving into that fear of being alone or that illusion of feeling alone, that you are never alone. No matter what it is that you are doing, you are never alone. And that in and of itself is an incredibly beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. So, dreams coming true. Step into this at your highest potential. You have so much going for you right now. This year is set. The stage is set for you to overcome anything that you set your mind to. Really, really, and truly. So with that, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to this Transformational Tuesday with me. I do have a couple of more spots open for the Earth Angels program. The Earth Angels program is a full year program of psychic development training as well as how to grow an online business and online following. So not only is it, figuring out how to connect in with your intuitive abilities, but it is very much so diving into how can you best serve? How can you create community? How can you be there to be a thought leader, a spokesperson for others? The people that we have already in are absolutely extraordinary human beings. Absolutely extraordinary human beings. I feel so blessed every time we dive into this. And so I want you to know, like I said, there are a couple of spots available It is a financial investment. It is a full commitment, and it for sure will change your life for the rest of your life. So if you are ready to step into the path of your highest potential in a supported group dynamic where other people are doing the same thing and cheering you on and rooting you on so that you do not have to feel alone, because I do know how isolating this path can feel, really and truly, I would absolutely love to talk to you. There is an application process, so please do feel free to private message me, and we'll get the ball rolling on that. I'll send you the application, and we'll connect in for an interview. I'll actually get on the phone with you and see where you're at, what it is that you want to grow. And so thank you endlessly. Thank you so much for taking the time to connect with me here on Transformational Tuesday. Polly, thank you so much for all the hearts. I see you blasting those up and out. I want you guys to know that abundance mentality has a lot to do with how many hearts and likes you're giving on Facebook, right? You are not limited in the amount of hearts that you are giving. And when you share that love and you share that appreciation, it is reciprocated to you in the universe. I know that it sounds so tiny and so small, but you know, on this video and all other videos and all other things that you're liking, if your friend has a business page that they are starting and they have sent you an invitation, like it. Like it. It does not, Facebook, the way the algorithms are set, you are not going to get pestered with anything from them. Facebook has made it so that you have to, or the business owner, the business page owner, then has to pay in advertisements in order to reach their following anyway. So don't be stingy with your likes. Go out there, like everything, love everything, throw those hearts out there, throw them out there all over the place. All right? We're here to support each other. We're here to love each other. Remember, it's a really hard world out there, and so the best place, the best opportunity for us to support each other really and truly is in our community here. So with that, I love you, I love you, I love you. Connect with me if you're interested in the Earth Angels program for this 2018 year, and I cannot wait to connect with you soon. All right, my friends, I'll talk to you again probably before the end of the week. All right, ciao.